This video will contain spoilers from the Attack on Titan manga. You have been warned. Now, the time loop theory is not something new. This has been going on in the fandom for a really long time now, for approximately the last 2 years as a whole. However, after witnessing the latest leaks from chapter 138, it is pretty clear that this theory is much more than what meets the eye, and we need to talk about this. But please keep in note that all of these things are based upon the leaks that we currently have for chapter 138. I can be totally wrong here because at the end of the day, these are simply speculations and theories and not what the actual chapter is talking about. There might be a totally different interpretation here than what we are thinking, so please keep that in mind. But with that being said, hello and welcome to Under YZ. My name is Soham and today we are going to talk about the time loop theory from Attack on Titan. But before that, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to our channel since I do weekly anime and manga related content along with Attack on Titan reviews. So let's just jump into it. Now, this theory started right from the very first chapter of the Attack on Titan manga because there is something which is very much unexplained up until this point of the series, and that is, why did Eren have that dream and why did he wake up to see Mikasa crying and telling him that see you again later? Because that is the main point of speculation for this theory, and it is being brought up once again after seeing the leaks for the latest chapter where Mikasa once again tells Eren that see you again later, where she's holding his head. Now, for those of you who are not explicitly understanding what is going on here, let me just break it down for you all. Now, according to this particular theory, the entire series of Attack on Titan is based upon a time loop which is directly dependent on the founder Ymir. Her actions and her fate are determining everything here, and basically for the last 1000 years, she has been a slave of the Fritz family and she is desperately trying to achieve her freedom. And in that particular regard, Eren Yeager is the quote-unquote protagonist here, and even though he's not someone special, but his powers as the founding Titan is very important here because his drive for freedom is directly linked to the freedom of Ymir Fritz, and if at all it is not achieved in a particular timeline, it loops back to the beginning and the series just carries over all again. Once again, please keep in mind that this is just a theory. There is no 100% guarantee that yes, things are going to occur in this particular regard. But in this particular video, I'm just going to give my clarifications on this theory and where exactly can it lead towards the ending of the series. Now, this theory is directly tied to Eren and Mikasa and basically states that there are multiple different timelines which are going on here, and the one major timeline, one most important timeline, is the one where Ymir Fritz is going to be quote-unquote freed from a slavery status. All the other timelines are the wrong timelines where time loops back to the beginning because Ymir Fritz does not become free, and that is the most important part here. Moreover, throughout the entire series, we get many glimpses of this happening, and that is directly tied to Mikasa's character because as an Ackerman, she is very much linked together to the Eldians even though she has a different blood. And we see glimpses of this everywhere because she has severe headaches throughout the entire series, and that is the major point of this theory. Now, if you are able to understand what I'm trying to say here, it basically denotes that at certain points in the series, Mikasa is having severe headaches, and these are the points where the various timelines actually ended because of multiple different reasons. And after that point, the time looped back to the beginning where Eren and Mikasa are children again and they are just continuing the journey once again. For example, the battle at Trost and the battle at Shiganshima. In many different timelines, that must have been the stopping point of the timeline because either Mikasa or Eren died at that particular point, and as a result of it, time looped back, and Mikasa being the Ackerman clan has some sort of a relevance or some sort of a truth about it, and that is the major reason why she's having a resonance kind of a thing and she's feeling these severe headaches. And that is once again on display in chapter 138 because she's having severe headaches as she's trying to approach Eren in chapter 138. Because in some other timeline, she must have died at this particular point, and this is kind of a deja vu for her. But at the same time, it seems that this ongoing current timeline is probably the one timeline where everything is going to be resolved and the Titans are finally going to die and Ymir Fritz as a result will be freed. Now, this is a very interesting theory in my opinion, and the time loop is very much justifiable. There's no guarantee whatsoever here that this is exactly how the series is going to end, but this is a pretty interesting theory because there are many hints and links towards it given throughout the entire series. So I'm pretty excited to see where all of this leads up to. So what do you guys think about all of this? Please mention your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree with this theory? I would love to hear your thoughts upon this. So that's it for today guys, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel for more. This is Wonder YZ and I'll see you soon in the next video.